all the red flags, just waving.
The relationship specialist.
You become a relationship specialist.
Most specialists, like the person who does nails, their nails are never done. Person who does hair, their hair's never done. Relationship specialist. Relationship specialist. Not no relationship. Like, how do you become a specialist? I'll be honest.
Because I want to know too. You got one divorce and one scammer.
There's not anyone that I can't coach.
I talk to whoever you want to talk to, but who are you helping?
Is the measure of success something working out or not working out?
Yeah, kind of. That's kind of the definition of success.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sammy Sam P, and today we're going to talk about Love and Marriage DC episode 3. I wanted to focus on the situation between Ashley and Winter during Monique's dinner. Honestly, I felt that Ashley, even though some points she made I agree with, went a little bit too thick on Winter, and I'm going to go ahead and explain to you why. Those of you that don't know, Winter recently asked for divorce. We first discovered Winter on episode 1 when she told us that her first husband was cheating on her with a nanny, and she is currently asking for divorce from her second husband. Basically, from my understanding, it seems like a second husband has been lying to her about who he is, and apparently has been stealing from the company that he has built with other people that he's been working with. So her not wanting to be in the middle of that and feeling betrayed because he has not been real about who he is, decided to ask for divorce. So she's letting all the other couple know that everything went really fast with her husband, and that because they started dating during COVID, she hasn't even gone to his apartment. And Ashley was like, how are you going to marry someone and you've never been to their apartment? Ashley feels like there's been a lot of red flags about her husband that Winter may have ignored. And I agree. I mean, if you're going to marry someone, of course, you cannot know everything about them, but knowing how they live, what they do is very important, and I feel like should be talked about kind of like early in a relationship, from the time that you decide to be in the relationship from the person. So I agree with Ashley that maybe Winter just wanted to fall in love. You know, a lot of people, whenever they fall in love, they get into a relationship and it goes very fast. Winter also said that her husband is 60 years old, she's 40 years old. So a part of me is thinking that maybe because he's 60, she thought that he had a very good situation. But a part of me is wondering if Winter is not also divorcing because she realized that the man that she married is not financially rich and she doesn't want that responsibility. Let me know in the comment what you think about that, because she gave me a little bit of, you lied to me, I thought that you were this type of man, and now you're living in your parents' basement. And we can see that it's really bothering her. Am I mad at Winter because she is angry that her husband lied to her? No, I'm not. But a part of me is thinking, why would you just run to ask for a divorce? Is there more that is done? Because she said that he's a scammer. So I do understand that you don't want to be with someone that stole from people because you're also afraid to be his next victim. But a part of me is wondering if we know all the information and why she's running away. Is she afraid that she's going to potentially get sued and maybe going to have to give some of her money to cover for her husband if she stays married to him? I don't know. But I do think that Ashley, though, you do not know this lady like that. And yes, her story is a little weird, you know, it's different. I agree that if I'm going to go ahead and marry someone, I would want to know more about the person. And then they talked about the game, and they had a game, and Winter was basically going to be the expert in it. A part of me was like, maybe Monique decided that Winter was going to be the expert because Winter was the only one that was there without a husband. If you noticed, everybody else had an husband there, but Winter. So for me, I'm like, if it's a couple game, don't it already make sense that Winter be maybe the mediator because she's the only one that came without a husband? Let me all know what you think in the comment. But whenever Monique said that Winter is going to be the expert, Ashley's husband was like, isn't it weird how the person that do nail never has their nail done and the person that does hair never has their hair done? I'm not gonna lie, but it was pretty accurate. It was pretty accurate. And Ashley was like, yeah, I agree. And then Winter was like, so do you think that the measure of success is that the expert has to have been a married person and be in a successful marriage? And Ashley's saying, yeah, that's kind of like the only way you can measure success. And once again, I kind of agree with Ashley, but not totally though, because I do feel that everybody that got divorced didn't get divorced because they wanted to, or maybe because it was their fault. And even people that got divorced may have some good advices. They deserve to be called an expert. Well, I mean, I agree that if your marriage didn't work out, I'm going to look at you a little bit sideways, but it might also not be the fault of the person if that happens, right? So maybe some of their advices may be taken on what not to do if you want your marriage to succeed. Let me all know what you think in the comment, but once again, I agreed with Ashley, but I just felt like she kind of was grilling Winter. I feel like there's a way to go about it, and how is Winter supposed to feel? Because now Winter is talking about, she's not really sure about Ashley. I'm like, yeah, like Ashley kind of went a little bit hard on her and it wasn't really necessary, and it's not easy because you're talking about someone's marriage, you're talking about something that the person should have done or not. It's not really easy. But then we saw later down in the episode that Winter tried again with Ashley, and Ashley didn't feel that she was grilling her, she didn't feel that she was attacking her. And a part of me was like, really, Ashley? Like, be honest, like maybe that's just how you are and you don't really see your way. But I did think that you went in a little bit harder on Winter than it was necessary. Do you all have previous history? Have you known her from the beginning? Because I just don't really understand where the animosity is from. So Ashley seems to be like a nice lady, very opinionated but nice. But a part of me feels like she's just not seeing it for Winter, and that's maybe why she digged on her so much. And then during that last meeting all the lady had, the other lady told her that, yeah, they felt that she went a little bit hard on them. And, she was like, she was not really understanding, but she did apologize if he made Winter feel bad, but that's not where she's coming from. And I kind of believe Ashley when she's saying that her goal was not to hurt Winter. But a part of me was like, you do also need to not go as hard on people that you don't know. But a part of me feels like those ladies must have known each other from somewhere, or maybe Ashley may have friends that know Winter and don't like her. I feel like there's more to the story. Let me all know what you think in the comment. Honestly, as part of Love and Marriage DC in general, I'm not going to lie, episode 2, I didn't really have much to say. I'm surprised to see Monique and her husband fighting the way they are, and I hope that it's going to be okay. But honestly, I don't really like to see couple fighting like that. I felt like most of the episode was about them fighting, and I really didn't want to talk about that, honestly. So far, I would say that Love and Marriage DC is starting a little slow. I still will give them a chance, but yeah, like if there's a scene that I feel like I want to talk about, I'm just going to come to you and, exchange with you and see what you think about the situation for those of you that did watch the show. On this note, if you're new here, hey, and I invite you to, and for those of you that have been here with me and supporting me, thank you all so much, and I will see you all soon. Bye.